Pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D.
Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Hey, kill.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They go to Elliott again. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But, listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Prescott to throw it. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
This is Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Defense wins championships.
On second down, it's Pollard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now Prescott. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard taking it in. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
132 fighter.
Wentz now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On first down, Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. The quick slant caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Throwing is Wentz. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On second and goal, Wentz. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. To throw is Wentz. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.